So let's go straight to the bot training here. I'm going to share my screen. Share. Doris, are you on?
Yes, I am.
Thank you, my dear. Okay. So this is the whiteboard here, guys. I'm just gonna pretend that I'm in front of you in your kitchen, near your kitchen table. We're gonna go through this. So you got a circle, and you have two circles below that, and the four. No, it's not that. This is all about how your trading bot performs, or how it works in your Binance or Huobi account. Okay, so the best part about cryptocurrency is that you can buy bits and pieces of a coin. So you can buy bits and pieces of Bitcoin, and those are called Satoshis. So you can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, as opposed to a stock where you have to buy a share. Okay, so that's the difference here. So you can buy bits and pieces. So what we do here is we're going to show you, let's say, an arbitrary coin, coin X. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum. It doesn't matter what it is. I want to use a round figure number so we can follow along, okay? So if coin X, the price is $100, we're going to use a round figure here. If that's the price for coin X, and let's say we enter the trade, let me try to put these lines in, at the $100 mark. Okay, let me draw that if I can. There it is. Okay, so if we're able to draw, if we were able to enter, let me get rid of that. Hang on one second. It doesn't matter. We'll do it this way. Okay, so if you enter at $100, what we're saying is you're going to pay $10 for it, okay? And you can see on the right here, our first entry point is $10. Okay, that's the suggested amount. And this is roughly about a $1,000 account. And then if the price of this coin, if the price goes up, like that, if it goes up 1.5%, as you can see on the bottom right here, on the right-hand side, you can see that we have something called a take profit ratio. If it goes up 1.5%, this triggers the bot to alerts the bot that a sell is imminent, okay? It doesn't sell it right away because we have something called a take profit retracement, which is 0.3%. Doris, you understand that so far, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when it hits 101.5, it does not trade it yet, even though it's 1.5% ratio that it's already hit. It only sells it if it retraces back 0.3%. So if this drop back is 0.3%, we are going to sell this position right here. Okay, does that make sense, Doris?
Yes, totally.
Okay. So what that means is that we allow the coin to take higher amounts, meaning we're allowing the coin to rise further before taking the profit. So we want to enjoy the profits if it's going on an uptrend. And anytime it retraces 0.3, if this is a 0.1 retracement, we're not going to take the profit. If it keeps going up, and then it retraces to 0.3, right here we sell.
Yes.
And that's how you exit the trade. Okay, that's the beginning part. As soon as you buy the coin, it can go up. All right, and then it'll close the trade on a 0.3 retracement after it hits 1.5% of the price. Does that make sense, Doris?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's look at the other scenario. Let me erase this. There we go. I don't know how to erase all this. Oh, there we go. And here. Okay, the other scenario is if the stock or the coin goes down when you first buy it. Okay, look on the right here. We have something called a cover pullback of 0.5%, and we have the cycles listed. Remember, we paid $10 for this particular coin. If it goes down 2% to like 98, okay, we're using a $100 price point. It triggers the bot. It signals the bot that another purchase is imminent. Okay, it doesn't buy it right there. It alerts the bot that it's going to purchase something. So the only time this is going to purchase this first cycle is if it retraces If it cover, well, the cover pullback is 0.5%. If it retraces back 0.5%, there. If this is 0.5%, then cycle number 2 is going to be purchased right here. Make sense? And what we're doing,
Yes.
yes, perfect. At the 100 mark, we're buying one position, right? And at the 98.5 mark, we're buying 2 positions. Okay, so your initial position is $10 right here, and you're buying 10 and 10. We're buying double now. So you have a total of $30 in this trade. So from this point, if you have $30 in this trade, we need to figure out what the midpoint is now. So Doris, are you able to calculate? Oh, you're in the car. So yeah, the midpoint is between 98.5 times 2, because you have 2 positions at 98.5, and then you're going to add 100 to it, okay? And then divide by 3. That's going to be your new, what do you call it? The new average, cost average, okay? So that's what we're doing here. So 98.5 plus 98.5 plus 100, which is 296.5, I believe. Is that correct? Divided by 3? If anybody can do the math on that, please. 98.5 plus 98.5 plus 100 divided by 3. Mike?
98.5 plus 98.5
Yeah, plus 100
plus 100
divided by 3.
divided by 3. 230.33.
No.
99.
99.
99?
Yeah.
Okay.
90.
So now, your new position with these 3 purchases, 1, 2, and 3, is 99 exactly, I believe. So it's going to be
Yes.
right here. That's your new position, okay? At 99. Let's use a different color. Okay, so let's use... Okay, so your new position, your original position was that you bought it at 100, and you bought 1 position at 100 at $10. Then you bought 2 positions at 98.5, right? And that's $20 worth. So your average position price is at $99. And if you add the amount that you put in, this $30. So it's almost like you're having 1 position at the 99 price point, and you've invested $30. So at this point, when you purchase that second cycle, if the price goes above the new cost average price of 99, if it goes up 1.5% from there, that's going to be your new take profit ratio, okay? And remember, it only triggers or alerts the bot.
I see.
It only alerts the bot to that a sell is imminent. It doesn't do the trade yet because we're going to let the bot ride the trend if it keeps going up. Anytime it retraces back, what is it, 0.3%, then the bot's going to sell that position and you're out of the trade. All of this is gone. So your trade is closed. Okay? That's how this bot works. Now I'm going to go through another example of going to cycle number 2 and cycle number 3. Okay, hang on one second. Let's erase all that. I hope everybody's understanding so far.
So it's taking the
Could get a little
average
complicated.
cost and then
You're bringing the
up.
average cost
Yeah.
down. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
As you
Okay.
purchase, you're bringing the average cost down so that the bot can get to that point get to the point of trade so that it's a lower point, right? Because your original price is at
Yeah.
100, and then you bought it at 98.5, and you cost averaging it down, right? So your new
Yeah.
price is going to be around 99. Okay, so that's
Okay.
how that part works. Okay, so now let's go back another scenario here. Okay, so you bought it at 100, and then it went down. It went down. It triggers an alert at 98 because that's 2% down. You see the cycle 1? That's 2% down. But it's not buying it yet. Let's say it keeps going down. It still hasn't bought it yet. It's still not buying it yet. Let's say it goes down to 96.5. And then it retraces 0.5%. Boom. This is where you're going to buy your cycle number 1. Okay, this is a different example.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? So now you're going to buy
Yes.
2 positions here. 1 and 2. Only because it retraced the 0.5. That's our cover pullback. You can
Okay,
adjust
it's
this.
very
But
smart.
these are suggested parameters, okay, from everybody. Does that make sense? Okay, so now your average cost price is 100 plus 97 divided by 3. Can somebody do that for me, please? I think that's going to be 294 divided by 3. 294 divided by 3.
98.
Say it again.
98.
Exactly?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so this is your new price, 98. Okay, so pretend you have $30 now at the $98 price because you bought 2 more here and it brought your average price down. So if the bot goes up to 98, it's not going to do anything yet. Remember, it has to go 1.5% above. But if it goes only 1% above and it comes back down, it's not going to do anything. So now your average price still at 98. The next cycle would be 3% down from the 98 point, okay? So if it goes down 3% is roughly about 94.5 or something like that. I don't know exactly. Once it hits the 94.5 range, it's not going to alert the buy yet until it retraces the 0.5%, the cover pullback. And if it doesn't retrace and it still keeps going down like this, it's going to wait. And then as soon as it retraces 0.5, boom, it's gonna purchase cycle number 2. Okay?
Amazing.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
So you would buy cycle number 2 right around here. I don't want to put on that.
Pete,
Yep.
as you're going through this, there's a few questions that are coming up regarding this. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to, I can kind of ask them to you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Benoit has asked a couple of questions. One is, like when you sell, do you sell everything? Or is it you sell like one coin and the other coins are still negative?
That's right.
I
So
just wanted you to,
you sell your position. So Benoit, if your position started at $10 here, and then you went down and you bought cycle number 2 for another $20, so your position is $30. As soon as the bot trades in profit at the 1.5% mark, and there's a small retracement of 0.3, you sell that $30 worth of that coin. And then what the bot does is automatically purchase another position for another cycle. So it continuously goes into cycle motion. You can also set it into single cycle, meaning that as soon as it trades, you stop that particular coin for trading. So I've set all mine up at, it's called a cycle strategy, so that it continuously buys, and then when it trades in profit, it rebuys again. Okay, does that make sense?
it does. And Peter,
Yeah.
touching on that, Jasmina has a question, like, can you configure your own thresholds? And you just mentioned that you can. You can set up the
Thresholds up,
parameters.
yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can, Jasmina. You can put your take profit ratio at 2%. You can put it at 1.3%. But I've done some research on that. Most people that have bots in the crypto space, 1.5% is the commonality on that. So I would suggest to keep it that, but I've been testing a few of these parameters as well, and I need more data to give some kind of projection, okay? So a few more months and I'll have some ideas as to what numbers are really good for us to use. Okay, so we're going back to here. We have not sold this one yet, right? Doris, we haven't sold yet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going down to cycle number 2, and it retraces another point, what is it, 0.5, the cover pullback. Remember I told you it triggers it if it's 3% less than your average new price. The new average price is this one. It says 3% less, it's gonna trigger cycle number 2. And then what are you gonna do with cycle number 2? You're gonna buy four positions there. So you would take wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. These are all $10 positions, okay? So now you have one position at $100, you have 2 positions at $97, and you have 4 positions at whatever this price point is at maybe 94.5. So what you're going to do is you're going to average those out again. You're going to calculate. You're going to add 94.5 plus times 4 here, right? Plus the 297s here, and then plus 1. You can do that way, okay? and then you take the average, you're going to get a new average price, which is going to be less than this 98 price that we had after the first two purchases. Okay, so your new average price after buying cycle number 2, it's going to come further down. It's probably going to be around here. Okay, so this is called dollar cost averaging. You're bringing your prices down so that the bot doesn't have to go as high to trade in profit. Okay, so what we do here is, now let's say we've got it going and we retrace and it's going up. This is your new price. Remember, your new average price is here. If it goes up 1.5% above this, it's going to alert the bot. It's not going to trade it yet. It's going to alert the bot that its sell order is imminent. So we're allowing this to continue higher and higher and higher and higher, ride the trend so we can get more of a profit. But if it does trend, if it goes up here and it retraces here, it's going to close. It's going to close the trade right there. It would close the trade right here if it retraces that 2.3%. Okay. If it doesn't retrace, like I showed here, it goes higher and higher. Oops, sorry about the mess. We're going to ride this trend all the way up as high as we can go. And anytime it retraces 0.3, the trade is closed. So now think about this. If it closes up here, you are going to take from here to here all this profit on this uptrend. So that's why you're going to see sometimes you're going to have bigger profits on certain trades because we rolled the trend up. Okay. And a lot of this depends on your initial price. It all depends on how many cycles we've gone into. So for instance, we've gone into 40 for this cycle 2. We've gone into $70 worth of investment in this coin. Okay, so $70 worth of investment times the difference from this point where we sell it to your average price, whatever that percentage is your profit. And you can calculate that by hand. But the bot does that for you. If you really wanted to calculate it, you can do the math. And it's a little bit difficult to figure out, but it's logical. Okay, it all makes sense. Now, so that's how this bot works. There are a total of 7 cycles. You can set these cycle parameters to whatever you want. If you don't want to use 7 cycles, change this 30% to 100%. What does that mean? That means it's only going to buy the 7th cycle if the coin goes to 0. It's not going to even buy it. There's nothing to buy. Does that make sense? You can stop that 7th cycle. You can stop the 6th cycle, put it at 100%. Because the only way that would ever trigger is if it goes 100% below the price that you bought it at. So it's never going to trigger it. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Doris, does that make sense?
Yes.
Mike, does that make sense? It does. Okay. So most of the time, the coins trade within the cycle 1, 2, and 3. The more you have money, more money you have invested in the coin, the larger the profit. So on a downtrend, it's okay that you see the coin going down because you are putting more money into it. And your dollar cost average of your price point is going down. So the bot has less of a climb to make in order to trade in profit. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Mike, any other questions for this so far?
Oh, yeah. We do have some questions. Actually, Paul's got some good questions, but we're steering away a little bit from what you're talking about, but just a lot of questions about like setting up. How much is the minimum investment they could start with? Why do they need money in the MAT AI on that side to keep a positive float? Those kind of things. I did put on there the MAT steps, and they should go to the video. Okay. Talk to the person on their upline, or they could talk to us about really how to get this set up. But maybe you want to touch on how much they want to maybe fund this with if they don't have a big balance.
Okay, so good. Those are good questions.
Can I just add something?
Yes, Doris.
Peter, I just want to say for people that are new, that don't really understand how it works, you don't have to worry, okay? I'm not good at math. I just said it and forget it, okay? So for those that just want to set it and forget it, this bot just do beautifully.
Yes, so, that's a great point.
But for those that likes to know everything, yeah.
Like me, I wanted to know it. And the only way I was going to promote this is if I know it. And I think I got it pretty much down pat. I just wanted to make sure that I understood all the cover pullbacks and take profit rate retracements. And the way I figured this out was I talked to Paul in Taiwan, and I went back and forth with Paul almost every day for a week. And Paul, what does this mean? What does that mean? And he explained it to me. And once I got it, I thought, oh my God, this is incredible. This is going to work. So your money is always in a coin, and it's never in jeopardy unless that particular coin is no more, if it goes down to zero. And we're trading the best coins on the cryptocurrency market. So Matt AI has 43 coin pairs right now. And to be honest with you, I don't want everybody to do this, but I've been testing 22 of them right now. So I'm testing these coins so that I have an idea of which ones to recommend for people to use. We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Litecoin, we have Link, we have DOT, we have almost all the popular coins. And then Verica, she has some great videos on which ones to choose. Okay, so this bot trades automatically while you're sleeping, while you're with your kids, whatever you're doing. It's going to be so addictive to watch your phone, because I watch it almost every day, every hour, every half hour, because I really want to understand where things are going with particular coins. Okay, it's more of an education, of course, and I want to see the profits on there as well. So when you see I'm going to go into Matt AI. Let me see if I have it here. No, I probably don't. Okay, so when you look at your, Mike, are you able to share your screen or no? Or Doris, are you able to share your screen?
I don't have that set up. But
Okay.
while you're touching on this, sorry, Pete, while you're doing this, there's one more question that I think is a good one.
Go ahead.
I think it's Keydell. They mentioned, what about a stop loss? See, I think the whole thing with this, Peter, is that you don't have to worry about stop losses, because the robot, the bot, is going to do all this for you. And although it seems a little complicated what you're talking about, that's because these are the engineers, the computer scientists that built all this.
That's right.
And the bot is going to do all the work for you. So unlike yourself, Peter, that's really into all this, I just want it to be set up. I take a step back and the bot does all the work. That's what's so great about this.
Yeah, so going back
We can talk about stop losses if you want.
Yeah, a little bit about the stop loss. The stop loss is when you set your parameter up. So when a coin hits a certain price, you're just going to automatically trade it so that it doesn't go further down. So what we do is called dollar cost averaging. We bring the price down with our cycles. So if you don't want it to purchase anymore, if you don't want it to purchase cycle number 5, set your 20% here to 100%. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have 160 plus 80 plus 40 plus 20 plus 10 into that particular coin. So you're going to have $310 in that coin. And all you're going to do is wait for that coin to bounce back up and hit that new dollar cost average that you've created. Okay? It's not the original purchase price. It's going to be much lower based on the cycles that you've set. And you can set these parameters any way you want. It doesn't have to be 2%, 3%, or 5%. It could be 2, 4, 8, whatever you'd like. But these are the suggested settings from Paul. And I'm testing a lot of different parameters as well. So in order to help people, maximize the profits, this is the settings that were suggested are conservative. Okay. I've gone and personally went aggressive on my settings. And that's not something I want everybody to do yet. Wait till I have some data and to make sure that it's safe enough for the people that want to take a few more risks. Risks meaning that you're going to be tying up a lot of your money into the coins. Okay, that's what it means. So, for example, if you have $10 or if you have like $120, $150 in this particular coin, and you have a $500 trading account, so that's like 1/3 of your account tied up in this coin. And if you're waiting for that to cycle back up into profit, I mean, sometimes it might take a little bit longer than you would want. Okay, so those are the things you got to think about. So on a $500 account. Yeah.
I could share my screen if you'd like.
Oh, perfect. Is that Coach Ken?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you're going to have to let me share it though.
All right. Perfect.